Hey, all my favorite fans and friends, it's me, Mama C, coming at you live from West Tennessee. I know it's been a little bit since you've seen a video from me, and I promise I've been really hard at work. There's been so many things going on here at the shop, with the business, with the family, with friends, sometimes, and everybody gets to this point. Everybody. We get to the point where we feel like there's just so much overwhelm that you feel like that you're swimming through like Vaseline. And no matter harder and harder and harder and harder you swim, it gets up your nose and it gets you in your ears and it clouds your eyes and it makes your brain all fuzzy and you just feel like it would be easier sometimes to just take one big gulp and just let it drown you. But the one thing we have to remember is when we get to that point is we have to remember to spit, puke, claw, snot, blow our noses, rub our eyes, and do everything we can to get that out of our system. Because no matter how bad things get, you can always rise to the top. Always. I promise you, always rise to the top. Sometimes when it feels like you've hit the bottom, that's your best opportunity to come back and come back with power and come back with assurance that things will be better. I know that when you're in that bottom line feeling where you don't think that things will ever get better, it's really hard to try to put in your mind that it can. But I'm telling you from personal experience, and pardon me getting all verklempt, because not only for me, but from other people I know and really deeply care about, things have been really tough lately. The last year, I have to say, has probably been the worst of my life in over a decade. But the only thing that I know to do is to kick and scream and yell and shout and apologize where I need to apologize and tell people to fuck themselves where they need to fuck themselves and move on. Move past it. My life is my own and I can control it. And that is the only one that I'm responsible for. I'm responsible for the health and welfare of my child and the health and welfare of myself. Everything else, lanyap. It's just good. If I'm good to somebody else, it's because I choose to be. If I'm good to somebody else and don't get anything in return, it's okay. It's because I choose to be. The things that I do are important to me. All of you are important to me. And I've made a lot of mistakes lately that I owe some people apologies for. And there's been a lot of things that have happened to me that were out of my control that people really owe me apologies for. I've been dismissed. I've been underestimated. And I've just been cold stabbed in the back. But you know what? I can spend all of my time worrying, fighting, caring, and crying over those things. Or I can do what it is that I do best. And what it is that I do best is be a witch, run a business, and make things that are important to other magical people for their practice. So that's what I've decided to concentrate on. I'm narrowing my focus down to where it was when I started over a decade, 15 years ago now. My focus was on making quality products for other people to use in their magical practice. And then I got so really big, the business got so large, and I had so many problems trying to keep quality employees and things like that, that it just got a little out of control. I lost the focus on the things that are most important to me. Customer service, making good products. Money's great, but it's not everything. So that's what I'm going back to. And I know that there's a lot of people that are watching you right now that are probably feeling like I've felt here lately, just like all you want to do is just be sad and cry all the time, and getting up in the morning is the hardest thing that you have to do. Well, let me tell you, I'm right here with you, and I'm making it through it. And you can too. And I know I'm a stranger, and I know I don't have a whole lot of time to spend talking to people sometimes because, there's lots of people that try to take up my time, and I try to do the best I can with all of them. Sometimes I fail. I'm just, sometimes I do. Sometimes I fail. And sometimes I think that things are just so stupid it's not worth my time. But most of you, that's not true. I care about what happens to the people that I do business with. And what I want you to know, that even if it's just sending me an email and say, Mama, I'm falling apart. And, sometimes the only thing I can do is email you back and say, you know what, honey, I know I know it feels bad, but I'm right here with you. And you know, you can do this. You can do all the things. All you have to do is tell yourself that you can. There's magical products that help. I can tell you what they are. I can sell you anything I want to sell you, but the bottom line is knowing that there is somebody else out there that understands what it feels like to be in pain, to hurt, to be frustrated, to feel like the people that you trusted have just absolutely flayed you and then thrown you in a vat of boiling oil. But you know what? There are other people out there in the world that are good, that are kind, that are loving, and that would love to get to know you. You know, maybe you just haven't run across them yet, or maybe you have and you discounted them because they weren't the kind of person that you usually hung out with. Give everybody a chance until they prove to you that they're a piece of shit. Because some of those people that you meet that you might think, ugh, might turn around and be the best resource you have. They may be the best person that can make you happy. They may be the person that you can trust when your spouse lets you down, when your best friend lets you down, when anybody else lets you down. So, you know, at the risk of sounding completely disjointed, all I'm trying to say is everybody, let's hang in there. It's been a tough ass year. It has. It's just really kind of sucked, and all the things that I've looked forward to the most have turned out to be a real disappointment. But we're coming up on the new year, and you know how I treat the new year. If anybody's ever done my New Year ritual with me, I take and I write down everything bad that's happened, and I throw it in a cauldron and I burn it and I send it out to the ether and I say, don't come back. And then I take everything that's good and I write it down and I say, this is what I want to happen to me in the next year. And I save it and I put it in a special little box. And I do that at Samhain every year. And you know what? At Samhain last year, I didn't do it. And maybe that was my mistake. So this year I have a renewed effort. And anybody that wants to join me on Samhain, which is actually a couple of days after Halloween, I'll make another video then after the Witch's Ball is over and we can all do it together. Okay? Now, beyond all the emotional stuff, I want to tell you why I haven't been making as many videos other than the just, drama, is I've been working really hard on a lot of new projects. Some of them before the Witch's Ball. You know that this is the most important event that I do every year. I'm a member of the New Orleans Black Hat Society Council. We are good witches doing good works. It is going to be open starting in November for anybody to become a member. There's 13 of us on the council and I'm one of them. This organization puts witchcraft in a positive light. And the biggest charity event we do every year is the New Orleans Witches Ball. I know that I will see a whole lot of you there. I've talked to some of you. Some of you have sent me messages saying that this is the first year you're going to be there and you'd love to meet me. I'm going to be really, really easy to find. I'm going to be in a big bodice that has sugar skulls all over it, and more about that coming up because a very, very special lady named Stacy Ann, she pulled that out of her ass, honestly, when I got screwed over by the person who normally does my costume design that I lost a bunch of money to. So this fine lady, Stacy Ann, as soon as I get the costume in on Tuesday, I'm going to try it in. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to show it off. And I'm going to tell you all to go see her because she's absolutely just one of those people that you're very, very lucky to meet. And I met her through Facebook. So anyway, the Witch's Ball is coming up in 2 weeks. So for the next 2 weeks, I will be really, really busy trying to get a whole lot ready to take that trip for that week to handle all the responsibilities that I have related to the Witch's Ball. We have the meet and greet that is on Friday night at the Bourbon O, starting at 8 p.m. It's right down there in the French Quarter. We have a whole room reserved, and that is open to anyone. Even if you're not coming to the Witch's Ball, you can still come to the meet and greet. It's a $10 donation to the door. We have a full room open to all of us to sit and watch all of the Halloween festivities on Bourbon Street. It's going to be one hell of a fun party. I'll be the chick in the werewolf shoes. You can't miss me. There's lots of other of the Black Hat Society members that will be there, so you'll get to meet all of us. And if there's something else that you'd like to find out about the Black Hat Society, there will be plenty of people there to answer your questions, get information from, get to meet us, know us as a group, know what it is that's important to us, and know what it is that we do. We work with the homeless. We work with abused and abandoned animals. We work with women's shelters. There's lots of opportunity, and if you don't have money, but you have time, you are just as welcome as anyone who is willing to donate. So, beyond that, here's some of the stuff that's coming up, okay, that I've been working on. Some you'll see at the Witch's Ball, some you'll see coming up in some of the stores. Just thought I'd give you a little heads up on it. This is going to be at the Witch's Ball. It is unfinished, but here you go. This is a collage. I don't know if you've ever seen these images before, and it may be upside down on here. This is the Vampire Tarot, and this is going to be a wall-size collage of vampire imagery that's going to have the word sangre across the front for blood. This will be available at the Witch's Ball for the silent auction, of which every dime goes to charity. There's also going to be a podium that's black with gold fleur-de-lis and a gold triple moon and pentagram on it that will hold, and it's not done yet. I'm still working on carving the wood and all that kind of good stuff. It's going to hold a handcrafted wood book of shadows in black that will, you can add as many pages as you want to, 12 to 12, 8.5 by 11, that will have, when I'm done painting it, this gold fleur-de-lis on the front. So the whole package, the podium and the handcrafted one-of-a-kind Book of Shadows page, will be there at the charity auction. There will be some of the new roots and things herbs that I've harvested that will be there in boxes as part of a display that are also available for the charity auction. This is great pieces of patchouli root. They're huge right here. These are really super valuable in love magic, money magic. They can do lots and lots of different things. This is one thing that every witch's herb cabinet should not be without. Another thing, hand-poured candles straight from my potion room. This one is one I've been burning myself because it's my favorite new one. It's called Vampire Blood. It's got a deep, dark chocolate and berry scent that makes you think of, oh, just luscious sexual dreams. The Vampire Blood just smells so good. There'll be a few of these at the ball. We've also started, again, which I haven't done this in a while, making our own incense here in the shop. This one is Dark Mysteries. Has a dark patchouli opium scent. These will be for sale in the store here soon. Another thing, this is Mama C's Body Butter. This one is a blackberry vanilla. This is a natural body butter that is soft. It can be used as a lotion, but also if you rub it in your hands for a little while, it can be used as a massage oil. And it's all natural and has magical properties too. So if you ever want to, you know, hop it in the bedroom and get busy with your significant other, this shit's the way to go. Another thing is our bath salts and bath sets that are in specialty containers. This one right here. This one has a bath oil, a bath salt, and a perfume oil or fragrance oil that goes with it. This one's called Rockstar. It is in honor of the very special musical guest that we are having at this year's Witch's Ball, Jasmine Cain. If you have not listened to her music, go to Jasmine Cain on Facebook, watch her videos, listen to her music. We have been looking for a rocking, awesome, good just rock show band the last couple of years for the Witch's Ball, and Jasmine Cain is the shit. I am just so excited to see her live. She's not too far from me. She's based out in Nashville, although she travels the entire world giving concerts, and we are so happy to have her this year. We also are going to have the fantastic ritual for Morgana. I mean, there's just so many things going on. If you didn't get the ticket this year, it's okay. We've already started the planning for next year, but you still can come see us at the Witch's Ball. You can come see a lot of us at the Crew of Boo Parade on Thursday before Halloween down on Bourbon Street. We'll be there. Look for me. Look for the head witch in charge, Corel Paralo. Look for our best witch's assistant, Camille Bergen. Make sure to stop in and see Marita at Boutique de Vampire, which is down there in the quarter. She's another one that sponsors the Witch's Ball. And do not forget Lady Mimi Lanzou, who owns and operates the best witch shop in the quarter, Esoterica. If you haven't been there, you absolutely have to go. There's so many other things to do down there, and if you can't find me, hop on Facebook. Send me a message through my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/MAMACS. I will have my phone with me the entire time I'm down there. I can meet you for coffee. I can tell you where you need to go. If I'm tied up, I'll be happy to answer questions about how do you get where you need to go. So, for the next few weeks, here's what we want to concentrate on. First, pulling ourselves out of the funk we've been in, because it's not just me. I know it's a lot of you too. I'm here. I'm with you. If the best I can do is tell you, hey sis, look, everything's going to be all right. We can blow it up with some revenge oil, or we can spread some peace oil on it, or we can just sit and scream, fuck, 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 I'm ready for this to be over with. I can help you with those things. Remember that the new year is coming up in just 2 weeks. That's all we have to wait to make a fresh start, and then all of this year can be over. The Witch's Ball is coming up. That's going to be a great, big, huge lot of fun. It's the thing I look forward to most every year. And I know it's going to be flawless and beautiful and enjoyable and powerful just like it always is. I'm looking so much forward to see my guys from the Mystic Dream. Chaz, Storm, Devin, you know, you're my 3 favorite men in the entire world. And you're so lucky to have each other, and I'm so lucky to call you friends. So, anybody that's going to be there, I will see you all soon. Anybody that's not, I will post lots and lots of pictures, and hopefully you can make plans to try to come next year. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I love you all. Mama C.